Welcome, Karen! Oh, the lady who throws down some shapes and explains it all to us. Really mixing it up this year. 8 different styles of dance on Saturday, much to cover. First of all, Danny and Vincent and their jive. The highest scoring jive of the series. What made it so good?
We've got to look straight at the choreography, of course, because what was great about this, I've seen so much of this side-by-side kicks and flicks, but the true essence of a great jive is what we've got here. It circulates. She's going under the arm and turning, and the routine's turning, and then it turns back again. The greatest jives in the world, it's all about turning.
Turning. And she did it so well, didn't she? I really enjoyed this. Nikki and Karen and their Rumba. Now, Craig said it was just a series of presentations. What did you think? Because I quite liked it.
Yes, I'm going to go against the grain here, I'm sorry. I thought it was brilliant. It was the perfect balance. And why? Let's have a look straight away here. Okay. We've got what we call an open hip twist. So he's dancing, he's using his hips, he's sending her into fan position, he's doing his back basics, he's doing his forward checks. You don't need any more than that. Even at a high top level in the professional field, it takes a world champion to come out and only do basics. You want the passion. And the most important thing about a woman, you've got to present her. It's not all about being the proud peacock in this dance. It's all about your woman, and he did it brilliantly.
Well done, Nikki. There we go.
Absolutely.
Cameron is very pleased with you, Bern. Denise and James and their Viennese waltz. Huge 35 for this performance on Saturday. It even had a fleckle. Bruno was most impressed with the spins into hold. Tell us more.
I'm really glad Bruno picked up on this, because what we've got here is the attention to detail. So look at the spin in there where her arms are around her waist, and then she elevates them over her shoulders. These are the hardest spins to do. Anytime the arms elevate, it makes the spins much more difficult. So she could have arrived there, bumped, fallen over, missed the connection. She didn't. It was all effortless, and it's the attention to detail that makes it look so seamless and so beautiful.
Oh, well done, Denise. Victoria and Brendan and their samba. Bruno, very critical of Victoria, saying that at week 5, her rhythm should be better. What do you think?
I want to ask you, what does rhythm mean?
I'm not sure, and I can't spell it.
A regular occurrence
of
accented beats. Now, everyone says rhythm, rhythm, rhythm. Do we actually know what it means? So we take a metronome. It's a machine that ticks backwards and forwards. It can never speed up, and in Victoria's case, it can never slow down. Once we set that, am I sending you to sleep here?
You are.
Now, what we had here, as she finishes the dance, the band keeps playing at this speed, but she decides to, I'm going to slow down. So that's what Bruno's talking about. The rhythm goes. Once that dance starts, you've got to keep that beat
it going.
Got to keep it going. You've got to keep the speed going. It doesn't mean just keep the body moving. It means keep the regular beat ticking along. And you can't slow down and go and have a cup of tea before the music's finished.
OK, thank you. Michael and Natalie and his foxtrot. Praise all round from the judges. Darcy was going on about his stiff neck. What did you make of that?
I could argue it needed to be more active, but definitely not stiff, simply because the complex amount of choreography he was doing. If you look here, we go into this beautiful action of a double fall away, which I love. Not just one, there's one. And here comes the second one, into the oversway. Now, if we freeze it there, you could argue that he just needed to slightly give it a little bit of dance, a little bit of a breathe, but definitely not stiff for me. I thought it was an incredible routine, and I just think he looks suave and sophisticated out there. Absolutely first class.
Perfect, Michael. Lisa and Robin and their tango. The judges almost came to blows over this one. Was there too much up and downiness?
Let's see if I can get this technically for everybody to understand at home. Our knees should be really compressed in this dance, OK? Because the knees are low, it means that we're meant to peel the feet, pick them up off the floor and put them down again. Now, it's very difficult because the knees are so bent. As you pick up, everything comes up with it. So we tend to get this bouncing action. What you've got to do is stalk across the floor. So you're picking the knees up like that. Now, if we have a look at this great start here, you see this little bouncing as she closes her feet. Bounce.
OK, bounce.
Bounce.
Yeah, so you need to keep that all on one level.
Yeah, and I think under the moment, I think Craig just used the wrong word, glide, and everybody attacked him. What he was meaning is that those feet, we do pick them up in tango, but the level of the head must try to remain the same because that's what creates that staccato action.
OK. Kimberly and Pasha in their salsa, her highest score so far. Great praise for her armology. Though Len spotted a bit of an incident with the arms. Did you spot it?
It was very, very slight, but look at the commitment she gave to it because not only did she have this fantastic routine of use of the arms, twist, turn, and hey, whoosh, let's flick the head at the same time as I use my arm. Here is the mistake. There we go. He grabs, but what a team.
Recovered.
They
perfectly.
recover. Then that's what it's all about. And when you've done a complex action like that, it can be, you can lose where you are. But she was absolutely brilliant because we were seeing all this armology, but people didn't see how great her salsa technique was as well. In this for a long time.
Good. Come on then, Kimberly. Fern and Artem and their Paso Doble. Some criticism again for Fern for not delivering the performance. Where's she going wrong? Is she going wrong at all in your eyes?
I say to all my students, thinking and doing are two different things. If I shook your hand naturally in the street, we'd do that. If you shake hands on TV, you've got to make it clear. So she's thinking she's doing it right, but it's not coming through. Now, I also believe with Fern, it's the expectation. Everybody loves Fern. We're wanting her to look like a world champion. We love her, but she's just not delivering that expectation for everyone. Give her a chance, she's growing.
She's growing. Good. Lewis and Flavia and their samba. Len praised his samba concept, but Bruno said it was straying into salsa. What did you think?
Nowhere near a salsa at all. So far from it, this dance was incredible. And I need to explain a few things. We've talked today about rhythm. Now, in the samba, we have 11 different rhythms.
So confusing.
Some of these steps of these rhythms have to be danced flat, some bounce, and some curve. Now, I'm going to show you how brilliant this dance was. Look here as we go into these steps that Lewis does. The cortejanca, can you see his head stays flat throughout the dance?
Where it's supposed to be.
That's right. Natural turn, the back rock, it's all stayed flat. He's not bouncing up and down, but now he starts to bounce. Perfect. So we had a combination of groups, combination of rhythms, some of them flat, some of them bounce. Don't be misunderstood that this dance should bounce throughout. It should be a combination, and he did it perfectly.
Well done, Lewis. Richard and Erin and the Foxtrot. We know now it all went wrong on the night for them. How hard is it for a celebrity to get back into the dance once you've forgotten where you are?
Well, there's something I always say to people. The answers are always in the music, OK? And what happened here was a meltdown on TV because he thought our lovely Erin's twinkle toes were going to put him back into his steps because what he looks down, if I look at Erin's feet, if I look down there, maybe they will help me. If he'd have just listened to the music, the beats were there, which we've talked about previously tonight, and also there's those big strong actions, and he would have rehearsed it time and time again that would have said, I've done that all wrong, but this is my pivot. But what he didn't do, he looked down at the feet, but he was saved.
Let's leave with that Hardy-ism that you just taught us. Pay attention, class.
Ready?
Yes.
The answers are always in the music.
The answers are always in the music. Karen Hardy, thank you so much.